Hey everyone, are you concerned about the EMF that's running through some of your household devices? Specifically today we're going to talk about red light. And there's a specific product that I have been touting and I love it, but I'm not so sure how safe it is with those EMFs. Let's get into it. So today I want to talk to you about a product that you've probably seen a couple of videos on my YouTube channel or Instagram that is talking about the Celluma pad, which is this right here. And it is a device that I have been using for a while now. And it is great for anti-aging. It's great for, sore joints and whatnot. But recently I bought an EMF reader. I brought it into my house and I wanted to test just how bad some of these household devices are and how high the EMF on these devices were. So I tested my Celluma pad. Now, it didn't show me exactly what I wanted to see. The reading came back high, and I was using this reader here that I got off of Amazon. It had lots of great reviews, and I think I paid just under $100 for this. Now, I'll show you what the reading was in a moment. But before we get into that, I kind of want to talk to you a little bit more about EMFs. And I am going to read, bear with me, I'm going to read a little bit off of this paper because I've done some research on it and I don't have it all memorized, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the right facts. So, EMFs, what are they? Anything using electricity has an electric field. Electric fields are typically measured in volts per meter, and a higher voltage creates a stronger electric field. Anytime an electric current is flowing, a magnetic field is created. Magnetic fields are typically measured in Gauss or Tesla. This is Gauss. When you combine the elements of electric field and magnetic field, you get an electromagnetic field, EMF, or electromagnetic radiation. The spectrum of electromagnetic radiation has many familiar terms such as radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, etc. Electromagnetic radiation is expressed in terms of wavelength, frequency, or energy, depending on the part of the spectrum you're referring to. X-rays and gamma rays, which are extremely high frequency, have the power to break molecular bonds. Radio waves and others at the lower end of the spectrum do not, but can still have effects on the human body. So let's talk about what kind of effects EMF can have on your body. Again, I'm reading from this because I wrote all this out. This is a gray area. While EMF is a naturally occurring phenomenon, the ever-increasing use of electricity and electronics at home and work creates unprecedented exposure to EMF. According to the World Health Organization, low-frequency electric fields influence the human body just as they influence any other material made up of charged particles. When electric fields act on conductive materials, they influence the distribution of electric charges at their surface. They cause current to flow through the body to the ground. Low-frequency magnetic fields include circulating currents within the human body. The strength of these currents depends on the intensity of the outside magnetic field. If sufficiently large, these currents could cause stimulation of nerves and muscles or affect other biological processes. So what about LED red light therapy? LED lights fall into the low frequency category of EMF, which is good news. But it seems that different brands, types, and even colors of LEDs can produce slightly different frequencies. That makes it hard to put a numeric value on the electromagnetic field of a product with 100 tiny LEDs with adjustable voltage and color. Furthermore, there's very little, if any, peer-reviewed scientific research on the health effects of LED lights and EMF in particular. But here are some important things to keep in mind when deciding or how to use a product like an LED light therapy mask. The higher the voltage, the stronger the electromagnetic field. The closer you are to anything using electricity. Now, take into consideration, this device is being placed right around your face or completely over your body. According to the World Health Organization, magnetic fields are significantly decreased at a 30 centimeter distance, making EMF exposure from household LED bulbs pretty insignificant. Putting any electric or electronic device directly on your body gives you the full exposure to that device's electromagnetic field. And that is according to the World Health Organization. So there's a few other things I want to get into here first, but I want to show you what happened when I used my EMF reader on this device. And then I'm going to talk to you about, I did reach out to the manufacturer on this to get a little bit more clarification and what happened there. But next, I'm going to show you my reader on this device. Okay, we are going to turn this device on and we're going to go to the wrinkle mode because that's the one I always use. And then we're going to hit start. And we're going to wait for this to power up. Then we are going to turn this on. And up here you have the green. So the green is just kind of showing you that the EMFs are low, nothing to worry about. And then it goes to yellow and then it goes to red. So we're going to kind of start here. So you can see that pretty much there, and now it's back to normal. So you can see that pretty much right away that went off the charts. So you can imagine my surprise when I actually tested that and it was going off the charts, because before I purchased this product, I did call and I did have my list of questions because this is $2,700 Canadian. And I asked them about the EMF and they said that it was within the standard. So me, silly enough, I've had this product for 2 years. I took their word for it. And they said it was within, Health Canada standards. So I said, okay, that's fine. And I've been using it for 2 years until I got this, EMF reader in and I took a look at it myself. Now I, reached out to the manufacturer on it because I had some questions about it and I sent them the video of me with the EMF reader. Now I got passed around quite a bit within the Celluma company until they actually put me on to the company that manufactures it. And this is the response that I got. Hi Tina, understood. I do not know anything about the device you used to test other than to say that I looked it up and found that it is available from several retailers like Walmart. I'm not really sure what that means. So are you trying to say that Walmart sells us junk? Just because it's available on Walmart doesn't mean that it's not a good product. It's also available on Amazon and multiple other websites as well. So anyways, I do not know if it is accurate or qualified to test a device like ours. This device, if you look at the description, is you should be able to test it on all household devices. That's why I was asking what your expectation was. I don't have an expectation. I'm going with the reader. If the reader tells me it's high, I'm trusting that reader in terms of a reading from that device. Any product with an electric current flowing through it will create an electromagnetic field, which I just explained. EMF is either measured in milligauss or Teslas. This one's milligauss. Putting this in perspective, the average loudspeaker in your television will be at least 1 Gauss. Magnetic resonance imaging devices, which are considered safe by medical regulators, operate between 1.5 and 5 Tesla Gauss. Tesla, 15,000 to 50,000 Gauss. Therefore, the measured value, if accurate, is minuscule and not harmful, certainly within the safe zone, if accurate. Our Celluma devices are tested by regulated third-party test houses using internationally accepted testing protocols and equipment. I'll get into that in a sec. EMF is measured with a sophisticated apparatus in a controlled environment to isolate the product being tested and would not be measured using an EMF detector like the one you used. Again, I don't know much about your testing device. What I do know is that we rely on a third party testing our products to confirm safety. So does Health Canada, the US FDA, and other international regulatory authorities that have deemed our product safe. I hope that helps. So here's what we have to ask ourselves. So he's basically saying, by Health Canada, the US FDA, and other international regulatory authorities. What are the testing standards for that? And I'm not trying to get into anything kind of, conspiracy theorist or anything, but we do have to advocate for ourselves and our own health. So who is setting those standards? And are those standards for us or are they for the big companies? So I just want you to kind of take that into consideration. I said here, science just doesn't have many conclusions yet. Technology is moving faster than scientists are studying the impacts. Ask yourself this, who is creating these standards And do they have the best interest, our best interest at heart rather, or the bottom line? I'm not pointing fingers. I am just saying we all have to look out for our own health and not rely on what other people say the standards are. So again, there is EMFs are kind of inundating us more and more, whether they are in your household, whether they are at work. So you just have to ask yourself, is this one device going to send you over the edge as far as EMFs go, or is it safe? I'm going to leave that with you. By no means am I saying don't buy the Celluma pad. I just want to make you aware of what I have found through my research using the EMF reader with the Celluma pad. And it may be safe, but we don't know. We're still guinea pigs with a lot of this. So I just want to give you the facts because I have touted this product as one that I have loved using, and it does do what it says it's going to do, but you do have to take into consideration the EMFs that are in the device. So for me, I will no longer be using this device. I just don't want to take that chance with the EMF. We're already exposed to it in so many other areas of our home that it's not worth it for me to just add one more device that could be harming my health. Of course, I leave that decision up to you. So anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So please drop any comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. Thanks.